she's going to testify in respect of Exhibit JJ.
Your full name and surname, ma'am?
Evelyn Sepiso Motlhaping.
Do you have any objection in taking the prescribed oath?
No.
If you so, do you swear that the evidence you shall present today shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing else but the truth? If you do, please raise your right hand and say, so help me God.
So help me God.
Witness, son in my Lord.
Mrs. Motlhaping, you have already testified in these proceedings in respect of Exhibit JJ before you.
That is correct.
Bese soke waphana ngobufakazi ngalofakazi buka JJ labo buphambi kwakho uthi kweqiniso.
I just want to refer you to page 9 of Exhibit JJ.
Yes.
Asiyeke ku page 9 wabo lobo bufakazi uthi yebo.
There appears a certificate by the interpreter. If you can just put the contents of that certificate on record.
Certificate by interpreter. I, Evelyn Sepiso Motlhaping, certify in terms of Section 217 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977 as amended. I have interpreted truly and correctly and to the best of my ability with regards to both the contents of the statement and everything said by the magistrate.
Manje ukuthiwa ake usifundele lento ebhalwe la ku page 9 ibhalwe ukuthi yena uThepiso uEvelyn Sepiso Motlhaping uyasho ukuthi yena ubuya ngomthetho sisekelo obekiwe wamaqala uye watolika ngeqiniso etolika yonke into ebekade yena ayizwa ukuya ngale ndlela ebekade yena akwazi ukuthi angatolika ngayo futhi leyo nto ebekade ikwistatement yona ukuya ngale ndlela yayikade ishiwo umanje.
There appears a signature there at the bottom. Whose signature is that?
It is mine.
Kunala kusayinwe khona lapho phansi kusayine bani uthi uyena usayinile.
And right at the bottom of the page, there appears initials for 3 people. Are you able to identify those initials?
That is correct.
Yes.
The first one is for the magistrate. And the second one is for the deponent. And the third one are my initials.
Manje phansi lapha kuyo lencwadi kunala ukuthi kunama initials la kubhalwe khona ungakwazi ukusicacisela ukuthi abobani ababhale lapho uthi okokuqala ubhale uMantshi lokho kwesibini kwakade kubhala umsolwa lo bekade uma uza kwetha umtolikela okugcina uyena la bekade lo utolikayo uyena obhale ama initials wakhe.
Okay, just for record purposes, if I can ask you to turn to page 1 of Exhibit JJ, just put the full details of the deponent on record that appear just below your name.
Okay. It reads Bongani Ntanzi.
Thank you.
Manje ke ngicela uye ngale kwi page yokuqala usitshele amagama wakhe lo muntu lobukade umtolikela uthi amagama uBongani Ntanzi.
And if I can ask you to turn to page 7 of Exhibit JJ.
Ake uye ke ku page 7.
If you can just put in record the paragraph that starts with the statement is made in the Zulu language. Just put that on record.
Yes, the statement is made in the Zulu language and interpreted into English by the interpreter.
Kuthiwa ke akosifundele la ukuthi kukhulunywa ngalo limi losiZulu yena uyafunda uthi lesi statement siyenzwe ngolimi lesiZulu satolikwa sitolikelwa kwisingesi utoliki.
If I can kindly ask you to turn to Exhibit JJ1, that is the statement itself, right at the end, the statement itself, Annexure A. Annex A at the bottom, the initials for 3 people. Are you able to identify those initials?
That is
In
correct.
case yes.
It's for the magistrate, the deponent, and myself.
Futhi ke kusona istatement ngokwaso kunama initials futhi uthi awakamanji nawakamsolwa nawakhe.
Can you just put and record the deponent's initials?
It's BS,
Yes. And yours?
and mine is ET.
Ama initials wakamsolwa wona athini uthi athi BS awakho wona athini athi ET.
And page 2 of exhibit JJ1. Can you once again just identify those initials?
Yes, it's the magistrates, the deponents, and myself.
Futhi ke ku page 2 awakabani lawo ma initials uthi awakamanji awakamsolwa nawami futhi.
And page 3.
It is also the magistrates, the deponents, and myself.
Na ku page 3 umanji wenza ama initials nomsolwa naye uza kwethu wenza ama initials.
Page 4.
It is also it is the magistrates, the deponents, and myself.
Na ku page 4 umanji wenza ama initials nomsolwa naye ET.
Page 5.
Same initials for the magistrate, the deponent, and myself.
Futhi na ku page 5 kusase kanjalo umanji nomsolwa naye utoliki bayenza ama initials.
And page 6.
It's the magistrates, the deponents, and myself.
Ku page 6 umanji uye wayenza ama initials nomsolwa naye usisi.
Now, if I can kindly ask you to go to page 7 of exhibit JJ, page 7. If you can put and record the paragraph that starts with the statement is now read back.
The statement is now read back to the deponent and translated by the interpreter. The deponent is now asked whether he confirms the contents of the statement is correct. The answer is yes.
Manje ke kunala ikuthi kuye kwabhalwa lana ukuthi istatement siyafundelwa umsolwa futhi siyatolikwa utoliki. Lesi statement umsolwa uyabuzwa ukuthi leso statement kuyiqiniso na yonke into ebhalwe lapho. Umsolwa yena uphendule wathi yebo.
If you can just turn over the page, page 8. Just place on record the first paragraph.
The statement is now signed by the deponent by means of his signature.
Bese ke kuthiwa afunde ukuthi kuthiwa la ku page 8 sithi istatement lesi siyasayinwa uyena umsolwa ngesandla sakhe esayini.
Yes, and there's a word deponent and there's a signature above that. Whose signature is that?
It was the deponent's signature.
Kunala kubhaliwe ke bese kuyasayinwa yebo umsolwa osayinile lapho.
Yes, the next paragraph.
The statement is also signed by the interpreter.
Bese kuthiwa istatement sisayinwa utoliki.
Yes, whose signature appears there.
It is my signature.
Statement sisayinwe uyena njengoba bekatolika.
Yes, and the next paragraph.
And it says before me, and that is where the magistrate signs, and it is written additional magistrate for Boksburg underneath.
Bese ke leso statement kuthiwa ngaphambi kwami la ukuthi bekade kukhulunywa ngomanji umanji naye usayinile eBoksburg.
You previously explained where the dependent obtained the pen to sign the statement. Can you just place that on record again?
That is correct. I handed the deponent a pen to be able to sign and initial the statement.
Boke wachaza ukuthi uyithathe iphi ipeni umsolwa uthi mina ngiye ngamnika ipeni lebe ngikade ngiyisebenzisa ukuze akwazi ukusayina.
the recordal of Annexure A, the statement itself, which has now been marked Exhibit JJ in brackets 1, where did that take place?
In Mrs. Cronier's office.
Lesi statement lesi ngobufakazi sona siyenzelwe kuphi uthi enkantolo yakhe uMantshi uCronier.
And the information that is contained in Exhibit JJ1, the annexure to Exhibit JJ, where does that come from? That information in Annexure JJ in brackets 1.
From the deponent.
Logo okubhalwe kulesi statement nikuthatha uthi kusuka kumsolo.
Yes. And at the end of the process, after the statement was made, do you perhaps remember as to what happened to Exhibit JJ and JJ1, the preamble and the annexure?
I know they were stapled together, and if my memory serves me well, it was handed to the investigating officer at the time. I cannot recall, Your Worship.
No, I'm talking about immediately after the proceedings, what happened to the documents? Who retained the documents?
After the proceedings?
Yes, after the proceedings.
I cannot recall precisely, my lord, but
Yes. If you cannot recall, it's
Yes.
fine. Yes, thank you.
Manje ke usakhumbula ukuthi ngemva kokuthi kuqedwe kuye kwenzakalani ngalamaphepha wonke. Uthi ngiyakhumbula wona wahlanganiswa ngestapler kodwa angisakhumbula ukuthi kusuka lapho kuye kwenzakalani.
Thank you, my lord. That is well.
Yes, Mr. Ramsepili.
As the court pleases, my lord, just one aspect. Morning, ma'am.
good morning, sir.
Now, you've just been asked a question by my learned colleague, Advocate Baloyi, to say, after the completion of the process, what happened to the exhibit, the statement, and you say it was handed back to the investigating officer.
I said, I think, because I cannot recall clearly, sir.
You cut me off because I wanted to ask you,
Oh,
how
sir.
certain are you about that?
I am not certain, sir. Hence I said I cannot recall precisely.
Manje uthe lamaphepha ngemva kokuthi kuqedwe uye wathi anikezwe iphoyisa eliphenya ngalecala uthi angisakhumbuli ngenxa yokuthi anginaso isiqiniseko salokho.
And the person that you refer to as the investigating officer, although it's the person that brought accused number 2 to the office of Magistrate Cronier, you will remember it was Sergeant Mohani. Do you still recall that?
I know the person who brought the accused number 2 to Mrs. Cronier's office was Sergeant Mohani, yes.
And after the proceedings, who removed accused number 2 from that office?
Because there were other police officers that were outside the office, so it could have been them. I cannot recall clearly, Your Worship, who removed him.
Okay, as the court places, my lord. That's fine.
Manje ke ngemva kokuthi
Yes, Mr.
sekuqediwe
Mnisi.
uzokhumbula ukuthi umsolo wayekade elethwe umnumzana
Umalo.
ubani obekade emkhipha lapha yana uthi ngoba bekade kunamanye amaphoyisa angisakhumbuli kahle ukuthi ubani omkhiphile umsolo.
Thank you, my lord. I have no questions. Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Msholono.
No questions, madam.
Okay, thanks, Mrs.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr.
As the court please